Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and this is going to be the third guide on the weapon. And I previously published two more guides. In the first guide I talked about how the entire weapon system worked, and in the second guide I showed how to upgrade and overboost weapons. And in this third part I'm going to talk about some advanced feature and mechanisms regarding weapons. Go and start our topic, and let's start with the parties, because we are going to access the weapon through our team members, and that makes things quite a bit easy. Now I'm going to talk about basically two things in this video. That is going to be different type of weapons and their operation, and these stats, C abilities, R abilities, and Spt Materia. So let's go and start our topic. And first thing first, we go to our character, and basically there is no classification of weapon in this game, but to understand them easily, I just divide them into two categories. Basically the first category includes the weapons that can be equipped in the main weapon slot, that is the main weapon, and the secondary weapon that can be equipped here. These two weapons are interchangeable. That means only the character can use the personal weapons. All these weapons that you can see in this list are totally associated with this character. That means Cloud, in this case, all of these weapons belongs to him, and he can only use these weapons in these slots. And same thing is true for both of these slots. If you access, you'll see the list of weapons from these two slots. So this is the first category, guys. Now the second category goes to this sub equipment. These weapons, these are basically any weapons that's available in the game that can belong to any other character like this, or any type, any element, doesn't really matter. Any character can use basically any sub weapon. Now here comes the question that what is the difference between these two weapons? To understand the difference between these two weapons and these three weapons, we need to understand the effects first. First of all, there are two abilities associated with each and every weapon. First one is the C ability, second one is the R ability. Let's see what's C ability. C ability is basically the main effect that's gonna happen when the character is going to simply use the weapon actively in the battle. That means while during the fight he is going to simply use the weapon, and this is going to be the effect. For example, if I fight with this current weapon using Cloud, this Murasame is just going to deal a certain % of physical damage, lightning damage, and range will be single enemy. That is the C ability. Now what is R ability? R ability is the thing that is going to boost the stats. For example, in this case we are having this boost PATK, that is physical attack, and also we are having boost lightning potential, and both of them has certain points. First one is having 24, second one is having 6 points. So these points are actually indicating the amount of physical attack and amount of lightning potential that this weapon is offering to the character. And if we tap on it, you'll see that there is a chart. This is basically a chart that's indicating that you require certain amount of this physical attack, that is this particular ability. You need certain points to reach certain levels, and if you reach certain levels you'll have certain bonuses. For example, if you reach level 7, if you want to reach level 7, that is the highest level, you need to have 55 points of physical attack, and if you can achieve these 55 points and reach level 7, you will have this physical attack plus 100 and 50% extra buff. So this is the highest you can get. However, if you have more than 55 points, you will not get anything more. If you have less than 55, you will have probably, for example, if you are around 45 points, you will be in level 6, 35 points level 5. If you go lower, your bonus and level will also be lower. But if you go even higher than these points, let's just say if you are having 60 points or 58 points, you will not get anything better than this. So this is something that you need to keep in your mind when you are arranging this point to your team. And actually previously Painblade published a decent video on this particular topic. I would suggest you to go ahead and search this, and he did some settings and testings, so you can see that same thing in a practical application. So now we saw that what this PT thing means and how this R ability is going to buff. Now let's see that how these R abilities are actually going to buff our character. And if we go to our character, abilities, and as you can see that a character has a certain number of abilities. A character also has the C ability, a character has something called L ability, and also a character has this R ability. And once again the same rule, that is you need to have these 55 points to reach this current level. So these 55 points actually comes from different sources. It comes from the weapon, as we saw, and also if we go to this costume, we see our abilities. We are also getting certain points from here. For example, for physical attack, we are already getting 5 points from here. So all of these points are actually contributing us to reach this same 55 points or level 7. Now there are different equations for different point equations for different abilities. For example, this one is different, but I hope you already got the point that his main abilities will rely in this R ability, and this R ability might consist of a lot of things. Whatever things we are going to add in our weapon, in our materia, these things are going to create this R ability and going to boost this R ability. For example, through my weapons I added lightning potential, I added water potential, I added physical potential, and they have certain points. For example, physical attack, I'm already having more points than I need. Currently I'm having 65 points. I don't need these. I only need 55 points. And for lightning potential, for example, I am currently having only 6 points. But to be ideal, I need actually this level 10 that requires 100 points. That's not possible, I guess, but just to show you that what can be the ideal case scenario. Of course, you cannot boost all the abilities, and you need to make certain sacrifices in order to boost others. So I hope you get the idea that you need to prioritize certain R abilities based on your character. For example, Cloud is a physical damage dealer, so I certainly prioritized physical attack and got a lot of physical attack. So let's get back to the original question, that what is the difference between these weapons. That means these weapons on the front, that is the primary and the secondary weapon, and weapon on the back side, that is the sub weapon. What is the difference and how they are actually contributing? So let me just show you that this weapon, that is the primary weapon or the main weapon of the character. That means this weapon is going to be used by the character to directly attack the enemy, right? So in this case he will be getting 100% of these R abilities. That means boost physical attack 24 is going to be contributing to enhance his stats. Boost lightning potential 6 points, all of them are going to be contributed. But that's not the same case in the secondary weapon and also in the sub weapon. In both cases you will not get this full effect, you will just get only half of it. For example, this weapon is enhancing boost physical attack 16 points, but you will be actually getting 8 points only. Boost water potential 9 points, you will be getting in reality 4 points, because the actual half is 4.5, but the game will give you only 4, because the game loves to go to the round figures, and it will not go high, it will just go low. So that's the scenario. And let me just quickly show you by removing this weapon that there's a half sword, a broken sword, there's a symbol inside, and this suggests that the effects are not going to be full rather than half. And same is true for the sub weapon, guys. Whatever effect you are having, all of the effects are going to be halved, but the main weapon will always give you the full effect. So now you understand the dividation and how each and one of these weapons are contributing to the actual stats of the character. Now let's talk about another important feature of this weapon, that is Spt Materia. And this is the section that actually creates a direct link between the weapon and the materials that you are going to use with your character. That means you cannot just use any random materia. You need to build the connection between this materia and this weapon. For example, if I am willing to use Murasame as my main weapon, then this has this Spt Materia. That means the weapon is telling me that to use these materials in my character. In the first materia, there should be physical attack boost. Second materia, physical ability damage. And the third materia, there should be a sigil boost. So if I equip the exactly same materials according to the weapon, this would be the best thing, guys. This would be the best combination between the weapon and materia. And unfortunately, I am not having all this equation fulfilled. For example, in the first materia, I fulfilled that. I equipped my materia according to the requirement. My materia is giving me physical attack boost. So as a result, I am having this blinking light in this part. As you can see, this one is blinking. Second one, the requirement was physical damage. I also did physical damage. As a result, I am having the blinking. In the third materia, the weapon told me to add some sigil. Unfortunately, I don't have a good sigil materia, so I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. As a result, it's not blinking. So now you understand that there is this intimate connection between the weapon and the materia, and there is an intimate connection between the character's costume and the weapon. So as a result, all of these three things are totally interconnected, and these weapons are going to support that connection. So the better you are at establishing this connection, more flawless connection, the better will be your character, the higher will be your damage numbers, the higher will be your power level, everything, guys. So this is basically the same thing that I wanted to explain in this video that I briefly talked about in my previous video. I hope this was useful to you in any ways. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.